Hello traders and welcome to the Market Blues video series. It's Stu Narpan here, founder of Master the Markets, Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. As you know, the purpose of Market Blues is to keep you out of the Monday Blues, and that's why it's called Market Blues. It is to keep you at peak performance level at the start of the week for the trades ahead. So today's topic, traders, is on moving forward. Okay, moving forward. As most of you know from watching over the weekend the England match, I know it was a bit tough for all of us to watch because we were in the lead and then after a while we lost the lead and then we finally lost in the penalty shootout. Now, how in scenarios like that do we still keep our focus and forget about the past and keep moving forward? I know it can be a bit tough. But how would we actually do that? In fact, it's so similar in trading as well, is it not, traders? Because you may be in front of the screen today or tomorrow taking your trade setups, and before you know it, you might take some losing trades. But how do you forget about that losing trades and come afresh tomorrow and be in the full present moment to capture the best market opportunities that may appear in front of you? So how do you do that and keep moving forward and looking forward? The first thing first, we have to ask ourselves, what is actually moving forward? If I were to define it, I would say one is letting go or forgetting the past, and two is keeping your focus in the present moment, and in that focus in the present moment, you're focusing on the goals ahead, okay? So that the future, which is here, the goals ahead is the future, is then pulled forward to the present moment and you're reducing the time gap, okay? So that's what I would say the what is meaning of moving forward. Letting go of the past, focusing on the present towards the goals ahead, and then shrinking that timeline such that the future becomes the present. Right. Now, the second thing then is you may ask, alright Thiru, why is it actually important? Because as most of you know, it's quite obvious. I mean, dwelling about the past, which is already gone, just like the England, football match that we had in the Euro Cup, it's already over. I know it's a bit hard in terms of the emotions to let go, but rationally it's over, time is gone, we have to move forward. And therefore, when we can train our mind to let go of the past very quickly, focus on the present and look ahead for the goals ahead. Now, why will that be very important? Because it saves us a lot of time and conserves our energy. Okay, so as keeping our state energy levels high and our state levels high so that we can bring the new future into our present moment. In fact, one of the best stories that I can remember on one of the really great sports icons who has done this is actually Michael Jordan. I'm not sure if many of you would have heard of that story. Michael Jordan, for some of you who do not know who he is, he's one of the greatest NBA legends, basketball legends of our time. And there was one particular basketball match when they were depending on Michael Jordan's last final three-pointer shootout to win the match, and there was only about 15 seconds left to go. So it was left to him, and he had to take that winning shot. And guess what? That shot that he took didn't fall into the net. Chicago Bulls lost the match. And you may wonder, okay, that's quite devastating, just like the match that we had, and probably the players need to rest a little bit to come out of it. But what Michael Jordan did was pretty exceptional. Most people, at least if they are really quite good, they will rest that night and then the next day start afresh, or maybe a week after. But what Michael Jordan did was that night itself, as he went back home, rather than brooding about the loss, he put his bag down in the house and went straight to the basketball court to start training for the next match. You see, he just followed the 3 principles here. Let go of the past quickly, focus on the present, towards the goals ahead, and bring the future back into the present moment. So you can see how so powerful these principles are, and how people among us, the greatest of athletes and sports people and even traders, have actually put this into practice. But this requires work and a lot of training on the mind. So how do we actually do this, traders? As I said, a couple of ways. First of all, letting go of the past is easier said than done. So we can do a few practices. One way that can definitely bring you back to the present is your own breath. As I've mentioned a lot of times before, you can even go to a few organizations which are very good at this and teaching you how to control your breath to bring your mind to the present moment immediately and letting go of the past. One of the organizations that I highly recommend is the Art of Living. Okay, so you guys can really look into that. So breath is one way where we can let go of the past and focus on the present. Another way is through knowledge of who you are and who you're not. Okay, so by that way, through the witness principle, which is what we have spoken about before, you can also let go of the past and get focused in the present as you connect with your presence. Okay, in fact, one of the videos that we talked about the 3 P's for success, and I've talked about this as well. So you can look at that later on. Finally, once you have grounded yourself in the present where the past cannot exist, then after that you do the visualization exercise of the future and bring it back into the present moment. Most important thing in visualization is the feeling, the emotional intensity in which you connect with that future and bring it back to the present moment. The emotional intensity, the emotional feeling that you inculcate. Okay, so this is what I would say in terms of looking and moving forward, and especially as traders, for us it happens very quickly and we've got to move forward in terms of the next trades, which will help you push your equity curve up further because we can't miss chances. Right, so just a quick recap. We understood what is moving forward. We looked at the 3 principles here. Why should we do this? As you know, it's quite obvious, the reasons for that. And the third thing is how we can do that. One is through the breath, the witness principle through knowledge, and finally the visualization using emotional intensity in it. Okay, so definitely reflect on that and look into it. This will be very, very useful for you going forward on your trading journey ahead. Right, so let's take a look at the markets today very quickly for the week ahead. So as you can see over here, in terms of dollar Swiss at the moment, we are having an uptrend, and as you can see over here, this is actually open equity, more to the downside. I would still say first interruption. I'll still say a little bit more to the downside before it resumes on its trend. Okay, right. So the next thing then we can also look into is dollar yen. Dollar yen, as you can see, there is open equity, I would say, diminishing to the downside. There's a turning point coming up. For those of you who want to capture a turning point, first level to look at would probably be the high of this IP-1. Or for those of you who want to go tight on your stop losses on riding this move down would be the IP +1 bar today. Okay. In terms of GBP/USD, where's the open equity towards more to the upside before it resumes on its downtrend. Euro dollar on the other hand, more open equity to the upside as well. Aussie dollar on the other hand, what do we have, traders, today? More open equity, I would say, to the upside, and it's diminishing to the downside. GBP yen, yes, more open equity to the upside. If this confirms, we can take a trade on it. Bitcoin, on the other hand, stagnation over here as of now. Where's the open equity? I would say it's consolidating here. First level to capture a turning point would be to the upside, would be there at that level there, and I would say open equity has diminished to the downside. Brent oil, on the other hand, definitely more open equity to the downside. I would say upside, it's losing its momentum. Gold, on the other hand, open equity, I would say more to the downside if it takes out this low over here of this bar. Other than that, if it takes out this high, say more continuation move to the upside. FTSE 100, more open equity to the downside. First level I'll be looking for it to continue is for this level to break over here of the IB +2. Now Dow Jones still going strong at 38,000, taking out its last high over here. It just took it out after its downtrend move, so still quite strong. S&P similar, is broken out of that range over there and carrying on further higher. Silver on the other hand, $26, still stagnating a little bit. Open equity, where is it towards the downside? I would say first level to break is the low of this bar. And finally wheat, definitely open equity is diminishing to the downside more, for a higher probability for turning point to be coming on. Okay, alright, I guess that's pretty much that from me on today's video on our market blues topic on being the moving forward, and in terms of our whole market update. And for those of you who are looking into learning more and getting the fundamentals and the advanced principles correct, we've done really some amazing video courses for you guys, which is absolutely free. One is the Trader Starter Pack, where you can learn the 5-part video course with just putting your name and email address and your number for live trading updates, and you can just click on that and the 5 video course will be sent to your inbox. For more intermediate professionals, you can look at our Trade Like a Master video series, and you can just click on the green button here and then put your name and email and number to get your video course sent to your inbox. Okay, right, I guess that's pretty much that from me for today. I believe you enjoyed this quality information that we keep putting out there in the mission to spread the truth of trading since 2010. Alright traders, that's all from me for now, and as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.